You guys good? Again, very excited for our seniors and those guys playing a lot to come out and get a W. Again, we still had several glitches, but we're making some strides defensively. You can tell. Still not perfect. A couple turnovers today got us. One we give 7, one we take points off. Our first fumble of the year. It was unfortunate. Steven had a good streak of some touchdown runs that went away today, but he was one of the guys we recognized after the game because he's been one of our better players that set a tone of being a great practice player and really competing and playing at a high energy level. So even though he had a turnover and quote lost his little streak of personal deal, he's one behind the scenes, one of our best team leaders. So got a lot of respect for him. But it's good to get a win, and we'll kind of open up for questions. So it was a tough win. It's good to get one though.
Second week in a row, I guess the front four was getting a lot of penetration, a lot of pressure. How important was that in terms of not having to maybe sell out to stop the run for Iowa defensively?
Very important, very critical. Coach Eckler said it today that our defense has changed because of Larry Black and Adam Aplogo and Nick Sliger, the 3 seniors, and the way they compete and practice and their relentlessness and their effort and energy. And so it starts with the whole front, but really starts inside with those 3, not sliding our other couple players that play there. Our DNs are getting better, but playing well in the D front. And again, I got a lot of respect for Iowa's offensive line, what they always do, what they're about. So, I expected them to come in today and try to shove it down us, and just cram the run game like they do. And for our kids to physically rise up and hang in there was pretty strong.
Did you like going back to Kaufman at the end of the first half? Did you feel like he was better in the 2-minute offense? Or?
No, I just thought Nate was just a little out of rhythm whack. Early I didn't. I felt early, and I thought I saw it early, but I thought early that. Cam just threw an early play off his back foot, and I think sometimes he's a little cautious because I think it's his nature. I think it's how he is. And as a quarterback, that's a great quality to have, but you also got to dare, and you got to push a little bit. So I just thought he's a little tentative with the shot, or just his body language, demeanor. Went with Nate. Nate was okay. He did have one critical mistake. Didn't yank him because I don't want those guys. They're not like playing on pins and needles, and it's not like you make a mistake, you're done. It's just a little bit of a feel. We don't even, like Coach Johns was asking today, who's going to start? Do you want to tell him? We didn't say anything to anybody. They both kind of play. They both get equal reps. They're both kind of our one, and I'm glad we got them both. And at the same time, I was very proud of the way Cam came back in because he played a solid second half. And that 2-minute drive right before the first half to get some momentum was huge because we had really struggled in the first half.
Is there anything that you saw from Cam before looking at the film that was different in the way he approached the game after he came back in the second time?
One more time, sorry.
Was there anything different the second time Cam Kaufman got in the game before looking at film?
Well, yeah, and that's a good point you say before today. My opinion early, I thought he was a little tentative on one of his throws, and I just like, hey, we're not going to do that. The 2-minute drive, he was very assertive. He set his feet, the ball was out on time, he was cutting it, he was ripping it, a little shoulder nod one time on the touchdown to get the underneath coverage, to kind of bite on the underneath route, to stick that corner route into Cody, was a very aggressive play by him. So again, I don't know why, because he actually stood around as cold as it was, you could have got a little cold. But he came in with some good energy, and again, like I said, those 2 guys got a long way to go, but they're 2 good players. Like, there's a lot of teams in this league playing with their second-team quarterbacks, and that's what we are. But those 2 guys are getting better, and that was a huge deal for Cam to do that. It was huge.
Going in the second week in November with a chance to control your own destiny in a Big Ten title game?
Well, my thoughts are where we are is, one, we need to learn how to be a winning team tonight. Come in tomorrow, still get some good rest, put some good things in your body, and come out tomorrow and take care of your body tomorrow and get a head start on maybe a little tape study on your own, get your body and your mind refreshed so you can have a good Monday. So to me, our whole gig is we're not far enough to look. We have talked about controlling our destiny, and we're trying to make sure we realize you control it every day of your whole life. So your outlook, the way you go about your business, our business right now is we're a 4-5 football team. We're 2-3 in the Big Ten, and that's not very good. And we're going to keep working hard to get better, and it's not coach speak. That's what those kids hear every second they're in here. We're working hard, getting better, and we hope our best is coming because we need good teams and winning programs get better as you go. not year to year. They get better during the season. They get better down the stretch. And we're going to keep pushing these guys because we need to play. We'll need to play better. I mean, Wisconsin's awfully good, and we need to play better. We need to play better today than we did last week, and I think we did. I don't like the 2 turnovers offensively, but outside of that, I think we've made some strides. We got to keep making strides, and that's all we're going to do. That's all we're going to emphasize. We'll see if we can do it.
What do you mean to take a win and build off of it, to get all the the momentum you got after actually finishing off the game last week and build on it and make another step with that?
It was good because and it's not again. I don't think our kids are going to get quote big head by any means, but do you learn how to still come back and be tough and work hard and prepare when you won a game? Don't lose sight of the reason why we were playing well coming short. Well, realize why we're playing well and keep working harder to get the result. Okay, now you got the result. Okay, do it again. Keep working hard, and the result's going to repeat itself. So it's a little bit of the snowball mentality. You want to gain momentum as you're playing through the season, and we're emphasizing. Now the kids got to buy it, and the kids got to do the work, and that's why again. It's not about to me next week. It's about tonight and tomorrow that we come back getting our bodies right, that we can keep gaining momentum as we go.
Was bolstered enough.
Sorry?
How difficult was the weather delay? And
I always thought, Coach Deuce made a comment that it's always better when you're at the home team in bad weather. Because it's a better facility, it's your place, you got all your stuff, and it's just a better deal. I took advantage. We had this opportunity in spring game of weather delay. So I had talked about how we had properly prepared and we had controlled the weather that day to purposely have weather delay in spring game, and we were prepared. So to me, I told them this morning that we could say it's going to be cold and weather's going to be an excuse, but we're not making excuses anymore. They're playing the same environment, and all that matters is the way we play. And we started talking about that at 9:30 this morning, first thing up, because I actually anticipated it was going to rain during the game. So I think the weather turned out as a positive, and we didn't talk. We're emphasizing worrying about what we control and keep getting ready to play.
How important was Bolster tonight, just in terms of, especially it felt like sometimes when the pocket was breaking down, he found ways to slip over.
He did, and it was really a good job by, I think it was most of the time when it happened, it was also Cam extending the play. Iowa structure plays a lot of match up man with their underneath coverage. So that being said, sometimes your guys don't get open real quick and protection breaks down. You've got to extend play. So part of that wasn't just Ted, but it was the ability of Cam to extend the play. And it wasn't like somebody missed a block. It's like they're playing their match man coverage, and it takes a little time to get open. Protection breaks down. You got to extend the play. As the play got extended, I think their coverage broke down, and Teddy happened to be a guy get open. Teddy played great in the pass game. What was his numbers? Had 6 catches for 82, which is pretty good. We got to keep him coming along in the block game, because the better he blocks in a run game, the better player he is. But it was a good game for Ted.
How much did Cody Latimer just grow up tonight? Obviously, just a couple of huge plays for you guys. How much you see?
He's good except for the goal line play when he's supposed to run him off and he didn't, and Steven got tackled. So I remember that one. Because they were playing man, we were going to run him off, and Steve was going to score, and we didn't. But no, Cody, I thought a year ago we had something special with Cody, and I think last year with that injury kind of got him again. I think he's got a lot of upside. I don't think he's close to where he's going to be, and the way we keep doing things, I think Kevin Johnson will do a great job with him. I think Cody's been raised the right way with his mom. He's a humble kid. I think he'll keep working hard. I think he can be a really good player for us. I miss him.
Plays on defense, but the pick by Marshall was huge in the red zone.
Huge. They had some points on us. They were ready to go up. That would have made it, 21-3? If they make that play, I believe. Because we scored at the half to make it 14-10, right? So it's either 14-0, I think it was 14-3 at that time. That's going to make it 21. We were in a blitz. They checked the play. We actually adjusted and checked ourselves. We had good communication. Antonio checked from man coverage to zone, got in the right place, and we were very fortunate. That was a big play. Points off the board. Anything else?
You talked earlier about not having these guys on Kaufman and Sudfeld on pins and needles. I guess what do you kind of try to keep in mind in terms of, I guess, their psychology whenever you make a change with these guys?
I just yell at them as much as I can. I do. I mean, I coach him. Kevin Johnson does, but I spend a great deal of time, and my deal is, you have to play like a quarterback, and you have to compete like a quarterback. You have to sit in the film room like a quarterback. Everything you do, you're a quarterback 24/7, and it's one of the most unique positions. It's one of the most stressful positions because everything they do gets critiqued. It's on TV. It's local. It's national. It's regional. It's blogged on. Blah blah blah. Everything they do. That being said, they have to be the most. we push them maybe harder than anyone with what we do. And we're not negative on them. We're pretty direct on the standard they have to be. And that being said, I think they're consumed with just working. And because that's all we're talking about. I mean, we're out there in warm-ups, they set your feet, throw the ball, set your feet, throw the ball, set your feet, throw the ball. That's all we're talking about. Just those guys learning how to compete and work, and they've embraced it. And I'm telling you, if they come in, the biggest guy smiling, high-fiving at the scores was Nate Sudfeld. And the same deal when Cam's there. So those are two good dudes, and we're going to get number 5 back, and he's going to be pretty good too. Okay, you guys good?